Where is it? Client.dat. Here. Okay. So it will be created. Okay, so it depends on how you open the file. If you open for writing W, then the file will be created. Okay. Any other question, class? And then if you open for reading, then the program will search for the file. Okay. If you don't have the file, then your open will fail. Okay. If you open for reading. Okay, open will fail because the file is not there. Okay, so you need to have the file. If you open for reading. If you open for writing, then the file will be created. Okay. So it depends on the open mode. Okay, how you open the file. So this is the opening mode, file opening mode. Okay. So it says here, open existing file. Okay, for R. So if you don't have the file, then the program cannot open it. So I need to open for writing first to create the file. Yeah. If you want to create a file, then you can open it for writing, because otherwise you don't have file that you want to read, isn't it? If you don't write to the file, how come you can have a file to read? Definitely you need to write to the file first so that you have a file, and then you can read it. You can open it for reading. Okay. You may as well create a file using your text file like this one. Okay, Notepad. You open the Notepad, and then you type whatever you want in the file, and then make sure you save it to the name that you want to open it. For example, here you save as client.dat, for example. Okay, so you put here client .dat. Then you have the file in your computer. Then you can open it. But make sure that the way you arrange the data here according to what you want to read. Okay. For example, if you are reading integer and string, then make sure you have integer and string. Okay. So normally we don't do this. Actually, we create the file from the program, because the program actually, if you write integer and string to the file, then you can read integer and string from the file again. Okay. We don't create file outside of the program normally. Okay. So I need to open a yeah, and then what does that mean? There's nothing. Okay, that is just extension for your file. You can have a txt dot whatever it is. Okay, you can put any extension to your file. Okay, this one can be anything. Okay, so what make your file will be different? It depends on how you open your file. For example, here, okay. This one is actually for you to open text file. Okay, for text file that we can read, we can actually see the content of the file. And then this one is for random access file, where the content actually is not readable. Okay, so that actually make the difference between the file that you created. So all this one R, W, A, R plus, W plus, A plus, they are actually for creating a text file. Okay, a text file. So when you run the program just now, like this one that I run, okay. So when you enter the account, enter the account name and balance. So account, okay, name and balance, okay. And then we create another one, account number, name, okay, and then balance. Okay, and then we enter the end of file. So we have two data in there. Okay, but then when you open the file, the content actually you can see the content in here. Okay, you open with, where is it? Open with, okay. and then you choose your notepad, for example, then you can see the content here. See? Okay, so this is the content of the file I entered just now. Okay, okay, these are all the text file. So there is no, the extension actually has no meaning. You can put DAT, you can put TXT, you can put whatever you want. Oh, okay. So DAT is simply just for data. Okay, for data. But the file created is actually is a text file. Okay, a text file. But the other open mode, this one, RB, WB, okay, this is for binary file. So if you put .dat, still you don't get the text file, but binary file. Okay, binary file. You can try here, for example, we want to read WB, okay? We want to make it a binary, okay? Binary file. So here actually when you run your program, okay, we delete the file that we created just now, this one, .dat, okay, we delete it, and then we run this program, okay? We run this program, okay, and then run it, and then we enter some data here, for example, this one, okay, and then another one, okay, okay, and then that's it, okay, and then we open the file that we created just now, okay. This is client.dat again. See, although we have deleted it, but the program created it again, okay, and now we open this file using the, oh, this one actually we can see it, okay. So WB, writing for binary. This one, what make it different? Oh, because we write the text to the file. Okay, we write text to the file, so you can read it. This integer, okay, and then string. But if you write your structure to the file, then you cannot read it. Oh, this one, CF pointer. So for binary file, where is binary file? Open a system for reading in binary mode. Okay, reading. Create a file for writing in binary mode. If the file exists, discard the content. Okay, so if you look at binary mode, okay, binary mode is at the end here. Okay, where is binary mode? Yeah, reading random access file. So the way we read and write to binary mode file is different than the way we read and write for text file. Okay, so we have here fread instead of scanf and printf. Okay, so if you look at this one, okay, the program, this program we created just now, we use this printf and scanf. Okay, so this is writing for text file, not for binary file. Binary file, we need to use a different reading and writing. Okay, so we have fread and what else? What is the other one? We have here different way of writing to binary mode file. Okay, so we have fread, and then what else? So that's why we still get the text file. So this is fread, okay, fread, and then we have how do we write fwrite, okay. So if you deal with binary file, so you need to use this fread and fwrite, okay, for random access file. Then you won't be able to read the data. Okay, this one, because we input to the file using scanf and printf, then it is still in text file. Okay, it is still in text file. Okay, class, any other question? So this one actually for binary file. Okay, we open for reading binary file, and then we have here writing binary file. Where is writing binary file? This one is writing for binary file. Okay, but normally binary file we don't write data one by one, but we write the structure. Okay, because we want to write more data to the file. Okay, normally we don't write integer and then name, account name, and then balance, but we write only one type of data, which is the structure. Okay, because in binary file, every record is actually they are of the same length. Okay, so we have one structure and then followed by the second structure, another structure. So binary file contain all the same type of data returned to it. That's why every record actually contain the same length, okay, in the file. Okay, class, any other question? For both lecture, okay, lecture 11 and lecture 12. Lecture 12 and 11 on structure and file processing. Yeah, file operation is actually, if you look at the slide, there are so many example in there. They are not really much explanation. They are just example, okay, how to use the command in your program. So what you do for lecture 12, you copy paste all the program and then run it and then make sure you understand what happened. Okay, so that you can use it in your project. Okay, because you won't be able to understand the lecture if you just read it. Okay, normally student will only understand after the lab. Okay, the lab of lecture 12, which is not this week but next week, isn't it? So if you wait for the lab, that will be too late for you to use it in your project. So what I suggest you is actually copy paste all the code, run it in your editor, and then see what happened. And then you can actually use this code in your project. Okay, and then just change it a bit here and there. Okay, I think the last one, okay, with the menu and so on, you can actually quite useful for you to use in your project. Okay. Okay, class. Any other question about the lecture or both lecture? Okay. Any other question, class? Attendant. Make sure you understand the lecture. Okay. Structure, I think is not so hard. Okay. It's just about how to group your variable together and then how to access each of the variable in the structure. Okay. If you run the sample code, it's very easy to understand. Okay. And then file processing is a bit tricky. So you need to run the sample program to understand the output. Okay. But you can listen to the pre-recorded lecture if you don't understand part of it. But normally I don't talk long in the lecture to explain the code. Okay. So you need to run the program in order to understand the code. Because the example is very long. Okay, class, any other question? Any other question, class? How about the rest? Only one person asked question now. So far, no. I'm not sure whether you don't have question because you understand everything or because you don't understand anything. Normally, if you don't understand anything, you don't have question as well, isn't it? So, but make sure you go through the lecture, okay? Because I worry about your projects. I want because all this actually need to be used in your project. So make sure you understand both lecture so that you can do your project. Okay, class. Okay, so make sure you can do your project. But if you do have question, then we still have a meeting on Thursday for the lab, okay, for structure, and then you still can ask me during the time, okay. But only on Monday we don't have class on Monday, okay, because as I said, we combine the lecture on Monday with this lecture, okay, lecture 11 and 12. Okay, class. I need to read the slide. Yeah, you go through the slide, listen to the lecture, and then I think you need to complete your project. Only then actually you will see that the slide actually have very helpful in doing your project. I think most of you actually haven't looked or doing your project seriously at this moment. Maybe you think it's still uh, a lot of time. Not much actually. You have only 2 weeks to complete your project. Okay, 2 weeks from now, isn't it? You need to submit on the 3rd, right? 3rd of January. So make sure you get it done before then. Okay. So make sure you get it done. Okay, class. If you don't have any question, then I won't hold you. I won't keep you here. Okay. I will see you on Thursday. Okay, for the lab on the structure. Okay. If there's no other question, then I'll see you on Thursday. Okay, no worries. Okay.